Hello, welcome to Indigo's live show. Myself, Indigo from Indigo's Oracle, and today it's Midsummer's Day. So 13 years ago, this was the day after my wedding day, and tonight I wear my wedding dress because I do it every single year, and I'm feeling so excited, so full of a buzz, really looking forward to reading for you folks. So 1 minute. You're like gold dust. Hello, everybody. Hello, my ingots. So this is an unusual time because I've been out for dinner for my wedding anniversary. Thank you, Lisa. That's very, very kind of you. And so we're a little bit later than usual, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Reaching out there and who joins us. It's so lovely to have Jen here. I know it's been a little while since I've seen you, Jen. Hi, Rach. I'm glad you had a nice holiday. Do remind me about the homework tomorrow. We'll sort that out for you. So, Lisa, you're the first person who's donated, and you can donate. Let me just pop my little link up here. You can donate through the link here. This is my livelihood. This is how I take my daughter to the cinema or whatever it is she wants to do. Just brought her a new set of bags actually for school, so she's absolutely chuffed at the moment. It's all sparkly and magical, so that's what we like in my family. So Lisa, let me know what you would like, whether you'd like one card and a message from spirit, or whether you would like 3 cards. What are you feeling today? What are you feeling today? I'm feeling quite pixie today. So I say about fairy, but yeah, there's definitely conflicting energy. There's like playful, but there's naughty as well. General, superb. Let's get on with the general for you. So, oh my goodness, Lisa. Oh my goodness. Okay. Whew. Let's breathe, shall we? Let's breathe. Okay. So let's calm Lisa's energy down, because there's energy's been around her that's really affected her, and she's feeling a little bit like out of sorts right now. So I don't know whether it's just tiredness or whether it's something that's like physically, like mentally stimulated due to a point that's a little bit too much. Now, the first one we got here is the Mother of Cups and motherhood. So we've got a scenario. I've moved my camera, which is why I'm floating around a bit like a blooming lost seagull. But let me just see whether we can get it. I'll tell you what, let's move my camera back where it was, because I'm so used to it being there. Let's move it there, and then we can hopefully get a better view. Now, the lighting's a bit strange because the sun's all gone in, but I want to say, as I'm looking into this card, because I need to look into it for you, Lisa, there's a real feeling of wanting to be in service. There's a real feeling of wanting to be there for everyone, but there's sometimes a situation where you feel that you leave yourself behind, you leave your thoughts and your desires behind. Now, I want to give you buttercups. I want to give you buttercups under the chin to say, do you like butter or not? And if you don't eat it. If you don't like it, don't do it. And that's what I want to encourage here. We have 2 really beautiful rings here, which is showing me that your understanding of everything being connected is starting to come together, and there's a feeling here that there is very much guidance and very much protection. And when I say protection, you know, I'm not keen on that word. So what I'm saying is like someone's making sure that you're doing okay. I'm not saying you're being threatened. Please do not take it that way. There's a feeling here that there's quite a lot of overwhelm going on. So I hope it's not from myself, Lisa. But understand we can sometimes need to take a step back from just lots of things in life. And maybe that's something you're considering. But with this card, there is a real feeling of wanting to be needed, wanting to be useful. That's hugely important to you. And I would say that that is what rocks your world. Everyone's got different things that rock their world. Mine is experiences and fun times. I just love playing. I love dressing up. I'm sure you notice. I love dancing. I love all that stuff. But for me, like the feeling of someone wanting to need me all the time is really quite uncomfortable. But for you, Lisa, it's fundamental to what you want out of life. You need to be needed, and part of that need to be needed is it fills a hole which you've not ever found how to fill. Okay. And we're so busy, we don't stop. Whether it's in our head or physically, we don't have chance to process what we possibly need to process from back in the past. And that's what I want to bring to you here. But the Mother of Cups, motherhood, there's a two-sided blade with this. One is all happy. Well, blade, that's completely the wrong word. But there's two sides of this. There's one of great happiness and there's one of great burden. And I want you to find some way, and I know the phrase turn the frown upside down is sort of within this. Find some way of seeing it as a blessing, not a burden, more, and that will really, really help here. But we got 3 of the cups and we got overflowing. So there's a feeling here that you need to spend some time with friends. Now, there's an offer that's coming up again to you. I know it was earlier on this probably last month or so, but that's coming to you again. And I want to say to you, you need a getaway, Lisa. You need a little break. There's a real feeling here of like everyone else has got what they dream, what they want, and I feel it's your turn. I feel it's your turn. Your own spiritual work is becoming stronger by the minute, and I want to say I'm hugely proud of what you can achieve and what you're doing. But I also want to say to you, don't forget that you're still grieving. Okay, don't forget that. Don't push it under the cupboard. Don't push it under the carpet. Understand that you still need those moments and you still will have those moments, because it feels very much, Lisa, with your energy that you go through a period where you feel I'm coping, I'm doing really well, and then all of a sudden it sort of plummets and you get to a place where it's like, I don't know what to do now. Okay, go where your energy does flow. Go where your energy does flow, and ask your ancestors who are there waiting for your request for you to be supported and to be guided. There's a lot going on in the skies for you at the moment, Lisa. So there's something about the walks you've been going on and the divination in the clouds, which, if anyone's asking, is called aeromancy. The next one we've got is a 3 of stones and work. So sometimes you feel a little bit like you don't have a place in the role of your family because you're the one who doesn't as such work. I want to say baloney. You do loads of work. You just don't do work in a conventional sense. Your mind is so busy all the time working, but it does feel that sometimes you would like to have a reward from it. You would like to have a reward from it. We got the number 3 here. So this is about life purpose. And this is saying to me that the stability of your life, of your well-being, is based not only on being needed, but also being useful. So there's this feeling of you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So it's like you can't be in a position of contentment, and that's where I want to put you. I want to put you in contentment. I want to put you in a position where when we go to neutrality, when we're working with spirit, I want to say to you, step out of that discomfort of it's no good, and step out of the comfort of it's good and step into the place of neutrality. And when you can do that, when you can look at everything subjectively without the inbuilt defensive behavior that some of your parents or your parents have brought into you, you will find life easier, because it will be less of life's going well, life's not going well. We're in a place of neutrality, and we're turning and twisting and changing as we need to in that moment. Okay. Right, they're definitely giving me indication about going out into the garden, making a special place for yourself in the garden. Doesn't need to be lots of work. There's something about painting or decorating some stones and using those as memories for those which aren't with us at the moment. So there's something to do with like a memorial space that needs to happen, because it's like one of those things. It's a bit like my Hazel. I keep thinking, there she is, by the way. I keep thinking that I'll do a little photo book of all our photos, and I can't quite face it. But it's a case of like, once we've done this, it's done and it's there forever. And I want to say to you, you know full well that your loved ones are always with you, always working with you, and you are very blessed by them on a daily basis. But I want to put you in that place of less reaction to what's going on in the world and more keeping yourself in that nice centered space. Remember what I've shown you. You can use that in everyday situations. You don't have to link into the spirit world for using those methods. Thank you very much, Lisa, and I hope you enjoyed your reading. So hello and good evening, everybody. This is Tarot Tuesday. A little bit later than usual because I've been out for dinner. It's my wedding anniversary, or was yesterday. And I was working with my lovely students. Well done, you. They did amazing yesterday. So I wasn't able to go for dinner yesterday. So this is my wedding dress. I don't wear things quite so fancy all the time. I had this made. I designed it. It's made from a sari, a vintage wedding sari. And I designed it. It's got white silk with it as well. So I love wearing it. I feel a bit like Barbie. I do love wearing it. I don't know whether feeling like Barbie is a good thing, but I don't normally wear bright pink. So happy anniversary. Thank you, my lovely. Thank you. So I'm just going to catch up with some of the comments. If you could kindly share out, I'd be really, really appreciative. I don't know if that's in English, and I don't know why my voice has gone like this, but anyway, maybe someone recognizes them. No idea. Sometimes spirit just take me by surprise. So thank you so much for your support. You can support me in one of three ways. You can share out the live. You can comment on the live, because it really, really helps. Send me hearts, please. I love receiving hearts. But also, if you comment on the live, it shows Facebook that someone cares what I'm saying and what I'm doing. And that is the only way to keep my face on this screen. So please, please do so, because I love what I do. And I hope you enjoy it too. The third thing is you can purchase a reading. They are £5.55. I offer one card and a message from the spirit world, or I offer 3 cards. It's entirely up to you. As you're purchasing a reading, I don't offer free readings, but as you're purchasing a reading, you can ask a question or a theme. So understand, this is a live reading service. This is not free readings. The only place you'll find free readings with me is with Lloyd Jones on a Wednesday afternoon. I'm not sure whether we're meeting yet tomorrow until the day, because she's in America and I'm in the UK. Thank you so much. Hi, Anna. Oh, hi, Anna. Oh, that's so nice of you. Thank you. Thank you, darling. What would you like, my darling? Let me know. And I hope Lisa took something from what was said earlier, and doing amazing. So I'm just going to say hello to some people as I get down to Anna's name. So hi, Rach. Oh, I think I need a holiday to get over a week's holiday. It's always like that, isn't it? I think our bodies go into this, like, I'm settling into it, and then you kind of have to go back home again, and it's all like an upheave, isn't it? Hi, Marguerite. Very nice to have you here. Hi, Trudy. Hi, Mark. So I'm live. I'm between Bath and Bristol, and it's Fairy Day. It's Midsummer's Day. Midsummer's Day. Mark, hey, if you'd like a reading, just send me the £5.55. I can certainly read into that. And thank you, Indigo and Spirit Team. All reading resonates with me. Thank you very much. I didn't read that right, but you know me, Lisa. You know me. Blesses Solstice, Kali, and thank you, Lisa Paris. I'm wearing my wedding dress. I can show you a little bit more. Look, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? I get out every year because it's like my favorite dress, and I designed it, so it's lovely to have a piece of your art created. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. I had a situation where I purchased, so I go with everything I'm intuitively led to. So there was 2 vintage saris, this pink one and a dark, like sort of not emerald green, teal green one as well. And I brought the teal one for my sister, and she had that overlaid on a skirt. And I had this made into a dress, but I literally found the only man ever that would touch it. It's a really difficult material to work with. So everything was set up in place, and people said to me, didn't you want to go and try on wedding dresses? I was like, no, I don't want to have what other people have. I want to have completely unique, because that's how I roll. That's how I roll. Oh, thank you, Shelley. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying happy anniversary, 13 years. Oh, thank you, Mark. I'm feeling pretty good. Just been to for a lovely meal out. So Anna, are you there, my lovely? And what would you like me to read into? Let me know, please. Let me know. So if you're, let me just make sure you're not on another page, because I definitely got your little notification, but I have had a little bit of trouble seeing people's comments. I have had a little bit of trouble seeing people's comments. So let's see whether we got. Have had a little bit of trouble. Oh, that's me. Comments. That's always a bit strange. You can hear how slow it is, can't you? You can hear how slow it is. It's all very behind. So Anna, can you let me know if you're there, my lovely? I can't see you here at all. Can you let me know what you would like me to read into for you, please, my love? All right. Anna, where are you? It's always difficult when people aren't here and I'm trying to find them. And it's like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? I don't really, because she's purchased a reading, I don't really want to go straight into it without her request. That seems very unfair. So Anna McCoy, if you're here, my lovely, can you let me know what you would like me to read into? And if you're not on my page, come along to my page, because I cannot see any comments from you anywhere. But thank you. Thank you so much. So sometimes we can get very busy, folks. If you do want to book in a reading. Oh, thank you, Athena. If you do want to book in a reading, please do so fairly swiftly. I made my crown earlier this year for a fairy ball, but I thought I fancied wearing my crown because I'm feeling like a fairy princess tonight. Fairy queen, not fairy princess. I'm a bit old for that, aren't I? 46 this year. Fairy queen, I think. Fairy queen. So let's just see if we can get Anna to... Hi, Joanne. I've just seen your comment. Thank you very much, my lovely. Thank you. We've just been out for Moroccan. It's been absolutely wonderful. I'm looking forward to putting my boots up tonight as such. I haven't even got his shoes on, but you know what I mean. But it has been a wonderful day. Wonderful day. So, Athena, how are you doing, my lovely? Do let me know how you're doing. I don't know where she is. Where's the lady I need to read for? Where's Anna? Anna. I'll give you a bad joke. All right. Knock, knock. Who's there? Anna. Anna who? Anna Mosquito. Knock, knock. Who's there? Anna. Another mosquito. I'm not going to keep going. You can do mosquito jokes forever. Doing well. I'm in California on vacation. How cool is that? How cool is that? So all being well, my family are flying to Florida in April. So we'll be there. Hello, Patty. I was literally just saying we're coming to Florida in April. So I always say all being well because I just think it's a good way of wishing good experience, good what's the word? Not experience. Expectations, maybe. Oh, one garden spirit. Bless you, darling. Bless you. Hi, Anna. I've been singing your name. I've done mosquito jokes and all sorts of things. Hey, Patty. What am I saying? Who's been calling you Petty? How are you doing, Patty? So this is my wedding dress. Patty didn't see it. And it was my wedding anniversary yesterday. So I wear my dress every year. Just because I can. Just because I can. All right, Anna. Oh my gosh, Anna, look what we've got. So Anna, I'm going to work with this for you, my lovely. Okay. Isn't that so cool? So I want to say to you, Anna, that there's something within your mind that you keep referring back to within your methodology bank, within your memory bank of you. I don't know whether it's you're not good enough or you're not enough or you can't do things. And I know we're working together, so I know that you're going to be flipping that upside down and you know, tying it in a knot, because it feels here right now that your energy is shifting. Now, we talked about this morning about the shift of the spiritual journey, and we can go from like almost one timeline to a completely separate timeline. But I want to say to you that even what we did today and the conversation we had is going to change your world. And I don't say it because of me. I say it because of your spirit team are bringing us together and creating this union. But this is really important because before, your mind was so full of other people's ideas and things and stuff and ways and methods, and you got to do this and you got to do that, and this is the way you got to do it. And I feel that some teachers can be in that method, and that's fine because that's their way, that's their safety way. But when you're working with your intuition, this blank page is really important, this blank space that we work on to start with. So I want to say to you, Anna, categorically, whatever happened in your past, all right, whatever happened in your past, you are obviously a product of that past, but you are not that past. And I want to pull you, Anna, I want to pull you out of feeling back into that space. Sorry, I got a bit distracted then. Feeling back into that space of something that happened in the past. And this is with yourself, with your physical and mental health especially. So when you have those moments of feeling that you're going back into that mindset, all right, bring yourself back to center like we've done before with the breathing, and clear your mind, clear yourself, and say, I'm Anna McCoy. Even recite the date, okay? Even look at the walls you're around and mention what you're around. Bring yourself back to here. Because your biggest battle you have in life, Anna, is this going back into this who you were, and the mind of, I don't know whether it's frustration, guilt, or anger. I'm not quite certain. And it's a public domain, so I'm going to be quite mindful what I'm saying. But I don't want you going back into that mindset. I want to pull you further and further towards the front, further and further towards the front. Now, I want to give you Lord of the Rings. I have absolutely no idea why, but I'm being given the name Frodo, and I want to give you Lord of the Rings as a memory connection. And there is something here. Now, I am seeing a gold ring, and it might be that you're considering getting the Lord of the Rings inscribed ring, because I actually met the jeweler who made that once, so that was kind of cool. But anyway, and he's worth what he asked for. He's an amazing jeweler. Okay. But equally, I'm seeing with this gold ring, I'm hearing the ties that bind as well. So there might be a thought of doing a hand fasting, or there may be a consideration of maybe this isn't quite where I want to be right now. And I know we spoke about an aspect of this earlier, but they're bringing this to my mind right now. So I want to say to you, go at your own speed. Allow yourself to transform into who you truly are with all authenticity. And the more and more you step into the power of, I don't want to do that for me. That's my choice. Choice is key. You will feel that you have control of your emotions and control of your life more and more the more you put the word choice into your mind. Okay, Anna? All right, I'm going to thank you for trying in your phone. It's difficult, isn't it? It's difficult. So I'm going to link into Spirit for you now, my lovely. If anyone else wants to get a reading, please, I'll just pop the link up. And then if anyone else wants to queue up, we do sometimes get very, very busy on a Tuesday night. Okay. So I've got a gentleman with me, and I do feel he's an older gentleman, and he's giving me a feeling that my shoulders are going forward. He's definitely a smoker. I can feel the heaviness in the chest, and I feel that there's, oh, thank you, Patty. I can feel the heaviness in the chest, and I can feel that there was something that took him either to the world of spirit or helped him along the journey, because it just feels very full. Feels like something's not right here at all. Okay. So this gentleman's quite well made, I'm going to say, and he's presenting himself that he wasn't very good at looking after himself near the end of life. My grandfather, yes, he died from oral cancer from smoking. Bless him, bless him. But there's something about letting himself go, because he's showing me, and I'm going to be frank because he's showing me, but he's showing me clothes which have marks on where he didn't really look after himself at the end of life. But I do want to say, as well as the oral cancer, he did definitely have something that wasn't quite right up here, and that's important to know. Okay. Am I right to say, Anna, you have a sister in spirit? Or is it his sister in spirit? Can you answer me just that one question, please? Because I've just got the word sister is here. Sister is here. Okay. All right. He's now taken out my teeth. Thank you. Okay. So there's something going on with yourself, feeling a bit, I'm not positive. Okay. Don't worry about it. We'll let go of it if you don't understand what's being said. But there's something going on with you that you're feeling not quite right round here yourself. And there's a feeling that you're very worried about, could it be? Could it be? And I'm not going to tell you any diagnosis. That's not what they're here to say. But they are here to say, please do get it checked out for yourself. Because there's a feeling, thank you, Jen, there's a feeling that this can be quite uncomfortable at times. And he's saying, just get it checked out for yourself, because you worry and worry and worry into things. And you know, with your personality, that a small worry becomes a massive worry, and it becomes something that's really infringing on your life. Okay. All right. Now, this gentleman was a little bit bullshit. He was a bit like, I'm going to do what I want when I want. And he wouldn't give up smoking because I can just smell the smoke around him. But he also is saying that he did make his own choices and he had to make his own bed and lie in it. I know that's a phrase that someone used around him when they were trying to attempt to withdraw him off the smoking, but he would not stop. So even if he told people he did, he wasn't. Okay. All right. All right, so he's showing me, Anna, he's showing me a truck, and I don't know quite how you describe it because I think in Australia they're called utes. They've got is it a flatbed in the back and a bit at the front? And he's showing me this truck, and he's showing me that something needs looking at this truck. I believe it's the back. Let me just see again. I believe it's the back passenger's tire needs looking at. Okay, it's a blue truck, and I think he's joking because he's saying it's got fuzzy dice in the front, but I do not believe it's got fuzzy dice in the front. I do not believe that. He's got a nice sense of humor. He has got a nice sense of humor. A bit dark, but a nice sense of humor. Okay. Can help me, please? He's giving me some information that I can't pass on. It's not scary. It's just, it's not ethical to pass it on. So I'm just trying to ask him to give me something else. So he's showing me a dark green, and I believe it's dark green and white striped tie. I feel this is from back in time where he worked at a school. Was it a school? I believe he worked at a school. Okay. Now, someone around your family, you or your partner, is considering applying for work at a school, and he's saying to me, absolutely, it's the best time of his life. Best time of his life. So I want to encourage you to follow that journey, whether it's yourself or whether it's someone you're very close to, but the conversation will come up, and he wants to say to you that it's a good place to be with good people. Okay, lots and lots of love there, Anna. Thank you so much for supporting my work, and thank you for being fantastic in our meetings. Thank you, my lovely. Speak to you soon. Take care. All right, Jen, my lovely. Jen said she's in California. And we got Patty as well. So Patty is first. So no, Jen was first. Sorry, apologies. Because Jen did it through the screen, didn't she, my lovely? Sorry. I'm getting it wrong. Where at? I'm in California. Jen, I'm in Merced, California. How about you? There you go. Meet up for a drink. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Jen, what would you like? Would you like 3 cards, or would you like 1 card and a message from Spirit? Hello, people who have joined. I'm Indigo from Indigo's Oracle. It was my wedding day yesterday, 13 years ago. I'm wearing my wedding dress. I don't normally wear quite such fancy outfits. I do wear fancy outfits, but not quite so fancy. But thank you and welcome for being here. Thank you very, very much. Oh, my fiance is applying to coach my boys' ball teams. He'll love it. That's the perfect wedding dress. It's beautiful and versatile. Thank you, darling. People ask me, why did I want pink? I didn't want pink. I wanted the fabric. I saw the fabric, wanted the fabric. Thank you, Anna. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, my darling. So Jen, and then we're with Patty. Patty, hang on for me, my lovely, and I'll be with you shortly. So normally it's 6 o'clock, but I've been out for a Moroccan meal with my husband for our wedding anniversary. He's shortly going to go to bed. So I'm here working. All right, Jen, we got 3 cards for you, my lovely. So we've got Aeon, we've got rebirth. There's something you're rekindling. There's something you're rekindling. And I want to say to you, Jen, go over your notes. Go over your notes. There's something within your inspirations you've been having from spirit, whether it's through meditation, whether it's through your own study, but there's something you're missing. There's something you stopped doing or something you walked away from, and it may even be your own readings. But what I want to say is that there was a major change, because they're showing me, can you see these 2 paths? So there was a major change. So the blue is the path of the past and the red is the past of the future. The blue is the path of the past, which we're moving out of now, because we're actually in, this is the fire festival. Midsummer is the fire festival. But I feel that you kind of slipped into, Jen, from the past, and you slipped in a little bit to not feeling your own empowerment, not feeling your personal power. Possibly even about your witchy things, that you kind of dropped out and moved away from it. Now, the thing is, when we walk a spiritual path, if we walk with true authenticity and, you know, quite frankly, metaphysical two fingers up to anyone who doesn't like it, it's your choice. It's your choice of what you do, what you like, and how you live. But when we live authentically, I'll get my words out in a minute, we're on that 11-11 path. So that's when we start seeing the 11-11, because they're like, yeah, you're on the right path, baby. You're going in the right direction because you're following you. And we are the biggest divination tool that there is. Our physical being is like, well, our spiritual being within our vessel is like in a GPS. It'll tell us where we need to go and what we need to do. But the more we go back into that, but that's not what other people do, and that's not in my comfort zone, and we go back to the comfort zone, that's when the magic stops happening. So I want to say to you, Jen, move back out of your comfort zone. Expose who you are. Be true to who you are. Use your true words. Use your true wisdom, and use your true we moon. Okay? We moon. Working with the moon, working as a wise woman with the moon is really important. So this feeling of rebirth is like you're rebirthing yourself in this moment, at this position of action, at the position of the summer solstice, at this position of the fire festival. The fire festival is to do with getting on with it. It's to do with firing up that passion inside you and really, I'm going to say, taking the bull by the horns. That's what I feel very much here. Now, I tell you, I went through a phase when I was feeling really odd on here with my work, and it was quite a while ago now. And someone said to me, look at what everyone else does and do it like them, but do it better. As soon as I started following that advice, it wasn't working. What I was doing wasn't working. I wasn't enjoying what I was doing. I started pulling away and doing other things so I didn't have to do what I felt I had to do, because I'm not someone who does what other people do. And I want to give you a phrase that Spirit gave to me a while ago, which is forge, don't follow. Forge, don't follow. All those people who invented the telephone and microwaves and internet, they weren't following other people. They had their own innovative, inspired ideas. Where do all these ideas come from? They come from somewhere else. They don't come from us. All right. So the inspiration we have from spirit needs to be acted on. Okay. Son of Stones and Advocate. So there's something going on around your one of your children. I don't know whether it's a boy, even though it says son, but there's something going on where you're needing to stand up for someone. They're really finding life quite tricky. They're not really understanding the boundaries in life. Now, this is part of their behavior. This is a behavior you understand and you know, but I do feel that it's almost like your head is imploding with trying to sort this out. It's like, I've had enough. I want to say to you, because they're bringing, oh, thank you, my lovely. I want to say to you, because they're bringing in this like Ludo board here. It does feel like a shift for this person would be helpful. So whether it's a shift out of the classroom he's in, or whether it's a shift out of the physical school, that's for you to decide. I can't put that in your path, but I do feel that if you're not being heard, if your request isn't being heard, action needs to be taken. Okay, so the last one we've got is the Lovers and the relationship. That's a nice one to have, isn't it? Whew, and we're suddenly getting very hot. So, Jen, if you're getting very hot, it's that time of life. Take it easy, because it's hard work. It's really hard work. I get really hot. That's what a pendulum board's for, eh? I still haven't got this out. I was going to do it the other night. So the Lovers and relationship. I want to say that there's either debate on your own preferences in life. I'm going to put it in that way. Or someone within your family is showing this, and it may be feeling a little bit uncomfortable. But I do want to say to you, live and let live. They will find their own way. That's hugely important here. But I want to say that things are getting a little bit better with you and your partner. It feels like you're starting to connect with each other again. You're starting to talk to each other again. There's some bad habits that have snuck up from the past, and I feel you're addressing this. And I want to say that to you, to say congratulations, because we all slip into bad habits. And my goodness, I do quite regularly, especially staying up incredibly late. I do love doing that. So there's a situation here where we've got the sword in the stone, and we've got a chalice, like a witch's chalice with a ruby within it. Which one do you want? Do you want to pull the sword from the stone and show your strength? Or do you want the jewel that's inside the witch's cauldron? I want to say to you, Jen, you have so much personal magic. And there's this thing that when you compromise what you're doing, that's when it doesn't work. So there's something about, if you can do working alone on your business, or having a silent partner, or making a very strong agreement of your design process, because that's hugely important. Okay. It's just like me. When people say to me, oh, you could do this and you could do that with your cards and things, it's like, no, it's Indigo's divination deck, channel from spirit, and it needs to be what it is. It just needs formatting, ready to print. And it is really hard, isn't it? It's really hard when people are like, you've got this idea, it's really simple, really beautiful, and then someone you're working alongside with goes, but you could do this and you could do that and you could do this and you could have shiny things hanging off it. And actually, simple is sometimes better. So I want to say to you, I'm seeing small glass jars. I'm seeing brown tags with words on, tied to them, either printed or just written on by hand. Very simple, low cost. Keep it clean and clear. All right. Fabulous. Thank you, Jen. Perfect reading, spot on. Thank you, my sweets. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for that's so kind, Shelley. I'm looking forward to it too, but it's taking me a bit longer than I anticipated. So I might have to let go of the fact I wanted it ready for the healing fair, but we'll see. We'll see. I didn't actually think it would take me 4 days to write a leaflet to go with it, but I'm on my last edit now. My last edit. It's there. It's taken forever. It'll be worth it though. It'll be worth it. And then once the deck's done and once I've got some of my funding back, then I start making the merchandise as well. So there's going to be lots coming out, lots and lots coming out. Thank you, Patty. I was literally about to ask you that. I think you must be psychic. All right, let's see what we got for our lovely Patty. Thank you so much. Anyone who's not left me a review, I'd be really grateful if you would, because my reviews are getting very thin on the ground. Okay. So, Patty. All right, so the first thing I get with your reading, Patty, is there's a real muddled energy, and I feel there's something really coming up. You got hot the second I came outside. It's 100 degrees. I was boiling. Oh my gosh, I couldn't do 100 degrees. Oh, no thanks. No thanks. Anyway, Patty, I want to say there's something going on around you, my lovely, and there's a decision to make. It really feels like I don't know whether I want to go that way or that way. And it's like the cards were like, didn't know where they wanted to sit. So there's a scenario here where you're feeling that you should go and do something. But when you sit with yourself quietly and ask little Patty or big, powerful, higher power Patty, she doesn't really want to do it. She doesn't really want to do it. It's feeling very overwhelming. So I had this feeling yesterday. I was meant to be going with the Druids at 4 o'clock this morning to welcome in the sun. And I pulled out last minute because I had a feeling, which I can only call as dread. It's anxiety-based feeling. And I have since discovered that someone I'd find it quite difficult to be around was there. Now, I knew one person was going to be there for certain, and I wasn't really looking forward to that. But this other person is really something I'm not ready to have in my mind. I'm not ready to have that association. So this is where I'm going with this, Patty, that there's something where you knew one person was going to be there, but it feels that someone else is going to be there that you weren't quite aware of, and it's feeling really uncomfortable. So I want to say to you, Patty, don't do the shoulds. Don't do the I've got to do it for everyone else. Make the choice for you. Because I tell you, the only times in my life I haven't followed my intuition when it's been that strong has been trouble. When I had my my coil put in, my contraceptive coil, I knew that was a bad idea. I ended up having to have surgery, and I ended up having to have 7 hours of surgery to remove it when it went missing inside me. I had time off work. I had pains. It was just awful. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm not saying your medical reason is going to happen. But what I am saying to you is you must go with where your energy is showing you. And if it's making you feel that uncomfortable about this dithering of, do I really want to do it or not? Take a second thought. So the first one we've got here is justice and balance. So there is a need to make sure that things are fair, because it feels very much like something is a bit out of balance. Something's a bit skew-whiff, and it feels like someone's getting more of you than you're getting from them. So it's like you're giving more than what you're receiving. And I know this can be something that givers come across. So I recognize this myself. This person is definitely of Libra. So Libra is near the end of the year. I'm afraid I still don't remember them. I need to learn the star signs. But I believe Libra is near Virgo. So I imagine it possibly is October by thought. But there's a feeling here of, I can just close my eyes and look the other way. We've got this character in the middle with the mask on, but we've also got this checkered floor, and the checkered floor always reminds me of David Lynch films, of which I love David Lynch films. And one of the reasons he uses the checkered floor is it instantly makes us feel uncomfortable. He uses it not in the angle they've got there, but he uses it in a different angle. So you've got such a skewed perspective because you've got small squares at the front and large squares at the back. So it instantly makes you feel uncomfortable. So this is what's going on around this. It's like someone's being given more chance or more possibility. I'm not quite certain what it is, but someone's been given more attention, let's put it that way, than yourself. And I feel this needs to be spoken up about. So the Nine of Swords with material gain, there is something that you're considering. It's got a big H like my daughter's name in here. But it's you're not going to sell her, are you? No, I'm joking, Patty, I'm joking. Nine of Swords, material gain. There's something here where you're considering extending. Now, I don't know where you're considering extending, but there's an opportunity to get some land or to get some property and extend one of your buildings. And if this hasn't come up yet, Patty, it's coming up very, very soon. I want to say to you, this is a brilliant idea, but that's on the edge of legal, so I can't really go into any further. But they're saying to me about growth, they're saying to me about development, and they're saying to me about understanding that you can have a really perfect space. And also within my mind, Patty, in this moment, they're bringing in the idea of retreats. They're bringing in the idea of somewhere that you are connected to that can be used as an ideal retreat. And maybe that's something going forward that we'll work on together, because I really do see quite interesting facts with that situation. Well, facts, experiences, and thoughts with that one going forward. Okay. So your last one, my lovely, is Daughter of Cups and Connections. So there's very much, hi Jane, I'll be with you in a second, my lovely. Daughter of Cups and Connection. I want to say to you that you are very, very connected to your youngest daughter. Your youngest daughter, you're picking up vibes from, and you're feeling that things aren't what she's portraying they are. Please speak to her, because it feels to me that you are so connected and you always know. I'm actually hearing in my mind, Mum knows best. You always know when there's something not right, and there's something going on there that she's a little bit on an emotional wobble. I don't know what this emotional wobble is about. It could be about hormones. It could be about something in her life. But I do want to say to you, she does need to hear from you. She does need that connection. I feel that it would be really beneficial to spend some time, if you can, by water or by the sea, and just spend some time in a place of beauty, maybe with a picnic, just chatting over how each other is doing, but in a very fluid way, in a very natural way, because it feels with your youngest daughter there's blessings coming. And I can't remember which daughter's doing what, so excuse me if you feel I know this, but blessings are coming. But there's a situation here where she needs her mother right now. There's something going on with her where she's feeling a bit unsettled. So I'm going to leave you with that, Patty. The other thing, one more thing I want to say to you. Sorry, I've got a lump in my throat, my lovely. What's that from? Okay, make sure you drink lots of water, Patty, because I feel you're very, very dry-throated. But one last thing is that you've recently broken a mirror, and I can see it. I want to say to you, there is no 3, 7, 10, 12 years bad luck. That superstitions we feed into, just like spells. Believe in them, believe in the intent in them, and they will come true in your life. Okay, So we can do that with good experiences, and we can do that with not so good experiences. Lots and lots of love, Patty. I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I really look forward to speaking to you via video call very soon, because I do miss your face. Lots of love, my darling. All right. Thank you. All right. Jane is next. Jane, what would you like me to read into, darling? Can you let me know? Thank you, my love. So, Jane, what would you like me to read into for you? Would you like 3 cards, or would you like 1 card and a message from Spirit? You choose. I'll do 3 cards, my lovely. I feel 3 cards is more important for you right now. Oh, yeah, I messaged you about the mentorship. Do let me know, because I think July's next week. Ugh. When did that happen? But I've definitely got 1, if not, well, I've got 2 spaces. 2 spaces is fine, even with the students I've got now. So I've got 2 spaces. Oh, I did you a little video, whatnot, because oh, you're doing 1 card. Do you want 1 card, or do you want 3 cards? I'm confused now. Let me know, Jane. Just let me know. Again, reaffirm, and then I'll know where we're at. And if anyone does want a reading, I'm coming to the end of my show now, so please do book in one if you'd like one. I'll just put the link up for you. If you can pay through Streamlabs, it's just straight through to PayPal. And if anyone does want to kindly send me any odd Facebook stars they have hanging around, that'd be very grateful for those as well. Thank you. What's she saying? Oh, where are you going? So, Jane, let me know what you wanted, my lovely, because I've got a bit muddled now. Is this part of your reading? You're feeling a bit muddled yourself. Okay. What are you indecisive about? Let me feel into that. Just saying, okay, thank you. Cool. Okay. Right. Temptation. So there's a situation here where there is someone from the past that's really come forward to you. And I want to say to you, this person in the past had a bit of a detrimental effect on you. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm trying to get there. But I want to also say that there's a really strong bond here. There's a really strong feeling of connection. This person is definitely younger than you, not older. And this person, I feel, it's a long time ago, Jane. Long time ago. But this temptation of going back to this energy, or inviting this person back into your life, I want to tell you, there is no change in how he is. He still will pedestal you, and he still will knock you down, because there's something here within his health and well-being which is askew. I can't give you anything further than that, because I don't have his permission, and it's going into medical information. But we do have a black cat in this picture, and it does say to me, even though that there's a feeling of being tied to this past, being tied to this person, being tied to this situation, and in your mind, it's really easy when we're searching for a partner, or searching for a lover, however you want to word it, it's very easy to refer back to our exes. It's very easy to say, that was a good relationship, so I want that back. But actually, in this respect, I want you to really, really feel into the words that come about you, or the words that you receive when you remember how you were in that relationship, there's a manipulation there. There's a manipulation there. So I want to say to you, the black cat is here, which is a lovely, lovely sign that something is going to go right. But I want to say to you, let go of the past. Let go of this ex. And I know you've been dreaming of him as well. But let go of this ex. Understand that this energy is similar but different. And keeping on moving forward. I'm going to turn another card for you, Jane. So we got the Four of Wands. We got perfection. Perfection. So this part of this situation with this relationship is this person can make you feel that what you do isn't good enough. What you do isn't of their standard. Now, I do recognize this energy print. I really do. But as I said, I can't diagnose. I can't, it's not right, ethical or legal. So I can't do that. But I do want to say to you that there's a real feeling here of you put yourself down because you do something wrong. Now, this can be a situation where we're stuck in the mindset of guilt. And guilt is partly to do with recalling the emotions we've had when we've upset someone. So this idea of, I feel guilty, I forgot to phone someone. Sorry to all my friends and family, I forget constantly. It's not I don't love you, I just forget. I really do forget. And there was a time in my life when I would go, but I'm so forgetful and it's horrible and I wish I wouldn't forget. And someone said to me, one of my teachers said to me, do you realize every single time you're saying you're forgetful, you're reaffirming that in your mind? So, Jane, I want to say to you positive affirmations about you are who you are and you're perfectly you. I know that someone said something to you recently that's very unkind and you acted in a way that it hasn't hurt you. Sticks and stones may hurt my bones, but names will never hurt me. But it has deep down affected your confidence. I want to say to you that Spirit will make sure you're with the right person. If that person has any level of cruelty in their mind or their words, they are going to be pushed away from you, whether you want it or not. And that's important to say. So your last one we got is the Ace of Wands, and we got passion. So I'm loving this. I'm really loving this. All right. There is something here about Jane. There's something here about someone inviting you to a party or a festival. I want to say, please go. Now, it might be, because what I'm seeing in my mind, Jane, actually, is the New Forest Fairy Festival, which I highly recommend. Love it. I will go if I'm free. I'm not sure whether I am, but I love it. It's a brilliant festival. And if I'm free, maybe I can meet you there, Jane. But I want to send you somewhere like that. I want to send you, and when I say send you, I feel someone's going to invite you. This is to do with being around people, like-minded souls that are all enjoying themselves, but being very open and honest of who they are. They're really like, if you go to New Forest Fairy Festival, everyone's so relaxed. There's no pretense. They all dress up like fairies and things, but there's no pretense. It's just a lovely, authentic place to be. And that's why I want to take you to. I want to take you to somewhere where you can truly feel your wings release, and your wings release without anyone criticizing how high they're going or how low they're going or how big or how small they are. I've got wings that I just made for the fairy festival. They're only about this small, fairy ball, because the last time I made wings, they were this big. I made out of copper and fabric, and I bashed everyone walking past. So this time I was like, let's make little tiny ones. So it doesn't matter what size your wings are. It doesn't matter how big they are, how iridescent they are. What matters is you are truly you, and that's important. But the passion is following. I know you're someone who's decided with the universe, like, I am ready for this now. I'm ready and I'm free. And as soon as we cut away that temptation of going back into the past, Jane, before you did the work that you've done, which I know you've done, working really hard on your own development of yourself, but also understanding of yourself, dropping this idea of perfection that causes you the guilt. You know, we are only spirit within a human skin. My human brain, which is going through menopause right now, is not remembering everything like it did, because it's got so many other things going on. It's got, you know, all the different symptoms that you get that you have to manage within your body. But actually, we are both perfectly fine in who we are. And the right person will say that. I was talking to a student earlier, and I was saying about, no, it wasn't earlier, it was yesterday. I was talking about their wedding dress, because they're getting married. And I said, when I got married, I said to my husband, I said, I've just brought some new glasses so you can see my eyes better for the wedding, because I didn't want to have all this eye makeup on and not be seen. And all he did was, instead of saying, oh, that would be really nice, he turned around and said, you better look like you. I'm marrying you. I don't want to marry anyone else. And it really hit home. It really hit home that it didn't matter that my glasses didn't go with my wedding dress or didn't go with my makeup, because actually it's the person that they're connecting with. And you've got to remember that we are, each one of us is someone else's dream partner. And when we put that into the mindset of, yes, there's rogues, and there's people who are really superficial, and there's people who are in their own pain mindset, that they will spend their life not meeting anyone because they don't allow themselves to. So putting in the position of compassion, those people who are name callers and bickers and moaners, they're all going to be suffering for quite a long time in their own misery. Leave them to it. Empower yourself, self-empowerment. Bring yourself up. Become Jane that we love so much. Jane with this massive big smile. And don't feel you need to do anything for anyone else except for yourself. I'm going to leave you with that, Jane. I hope it's reassured you. Remind me about the Fairy Festival, and let's see if we can do it. That'd be really great. It's a wonderful festival, and I think you can camp as well. So New Forest. I have to check date. All right. Lots of love, my darling, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you so much, Jane. So I don't know if anyone else wanted to purchase a reading. Can you let me know, please? Because I'm about to conclude. Oh, Natalia. Thank you, sweetheart. Nice to see you here. I'm still trying to watch your shows, and I still don't understand what you're saying, but it all looks really exciting. I want to understand it. I really want to understand it. I love the way Joanne says your radar's working perfectly. Indigo, lovely. Oh, thank you, darling. Thank you. Oh, it's been a little break. I haven't had and I'm probably, oh dear, my ex-husband. Oh, it's your ex-husband, is it? Ooh, not ex. Oh, maybe not ex-husband. Oh, I don't know. I believe in fairies too. I believe in fairies. So I had a reading by a shaman once, and he said to me that I was kissed by a fairy. And I'm not sure he wasn't wrong, really. I do certainly have memories of keep getting delayed. Family mainly. What's keep getting delayed? Family mainly. What does that mean, darling? Keep getting delayed. Family mainly. What's getting delayed? Let me know. Yeah. Yeah. I when I was a child, I wrote a book about falling asleep in a fairy ring and what happened. But yeah, I used to play in fairy rings. Tempt the fate, hey. Tempt the fate is literally what you're doing. Tempt the fae. Playing their fairy rings. Keep getting delayed, family mainly. Can you just let me know what you mean, Jane? And do you mean delayed in what you want to do because of family? Because in that case, we need to look into delegation. We need to look into finding out outside supports and maybe finding some methodology that might assist. There's always something that can make things better. It's like if you have someone who finds it hard to cook, get them an electric can opener. They're amazing. You just stick the can underneath it and it does its thing and it's off. There's always a solution. There's always a way. How beautiful Beakers by a fairy. Well, Lena Moss, who sometimes comes on in the show, she said that she's seen my fairies before. I certainly feel, when I feel fairy, it's very different. But I haven't seen them yet. I saw my daughter as a fairy when I zoomed into a spiritual picture. That's so cool. That's so cool. I met my daughter when I was, before I had her. So I did a joint meditation with my circle and we all meditated to the top of the Glastonbury tour and I met my daughter and I was pregnant and then I went to do a sound bath and I met her there as well. And when I met her at the Glastonbury tour, she actually gave me her name. So her name has always been Hermione. And people said to me, don't you need to meet your baby to name her? And I said, no, her name's Hermione. And I knew it was her and I knew it was Hermione. So that's how I met her. So I met her before she was in this life, which is really, really fascinating. And I'm actually getting a tattoo this Friday. So there may not be a show Friday evening. Depends on how I feel. But I'm getting a tattoo with my daughter as a fairy on my arm Friday. So really nice we're talking about daughters of fairies. Yeah. But I did see a really funny creature once, but I think it was a type of moth. But it did get me very excited. But I feel that a lot of these situations and experiences are in another vibration, so you can sense them. It's like with spirit, I can sense them. I don't see ghosts. I don't see spirit outside of me. I've only seen it twice, I think, but I feel it, and that's how I work. So everyone works in a slightly different way. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure to be with you folks. It's 10:15 at night and I'm quite ready to go on that sofa with a cup of tea. So please join me another day. I'm not sure about tomorrow, but hopefully I'll do crystal ball reading. I've just got some really tight deadlines with my divination cards I'm designing. If anyone wants any sort of idea of what some of them look like, it's very enlarged, but that one's emerald. That one's emerald. So they will be coming out fairly soon. And I've got 50 as a limited edition, which I'm going to have the hard box, but I think I'll probably do maybe a hard box again or maybe a soft box on the next 50. But the first 50 will be available very soon. Lovely. Nice to meet you, Michelle Harris. Do come back again. And it's been an absolute pleasure. Do ask for all notifications when I'm live. At the moment, it's a bit sporadic, but normally it's Tuesday at 6 o'clock, Wednesday around about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, crystal ball readings. I could show you my crystal ball before you run away. There's my crystal ball. So genuine crystal ball readings live in front of your eyes. And Friday evening at 7:30 is oracle card reading. So you can join me for any of those. There's lots of other stuff going on. I'm an artist. I did create my crown. Someone asked me to make them to sell, but they're kind of made out of recycled bits and stuff, so it's probably not going to go on sale, but I do have some bits to make another 2, so we'll see. I'm a jewelry designer as well. I haven't really got any jewelry around me at the moment, but I'm a jewelry designer as well, an artist, and Indigos, Oracle, Mystic, Medium and Magic. So you can find all of that here. Please don't hesitate to ask. You can write hashtag Ask Indigo if you want to catch my eye. Yeah, let's connect again. It's been really, really lovely. I love what I do. Thank you for supporting my work, and thank you for being here. And my little girl who passed to spirit before she was born popped in to see me during a meditation, jumped on my lap and blew me a kiss. That's so beautiful, Joanne. That is so beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you. So on that lovely, lovely last note, I'm going to say, just know it's not about the messenger, it's about the message. And I will see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.